And the call size of the soul.
1 to the power, like I want 10,000.
You take a tip of the hair,
Hair of the, yeah.
divide a tip of the hair into 10,000 particles. Look at the tip of the hair itself, we cannot see. For me, I had to put a glasses to see the even anything. Right, Because you're all young and you have a nice view. And for all of us, seeing the tip of the hair itself is a difficult task. And in that, we make 10,000 parts, the tip of the hair. Right? That is the size of the soul. And we are so minuscule, so minutest, and and we the materialistic people they compare with the God. That was Brahma is saying here so beautifully. He's saying that then they cannot a conditioned soul, even one so great as Brahma, who manages the affairs of the universe, cannot compare to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even Brahma was not able to compare himself. For he can produce numberless universes. Karnataka Vishnu, he creates numberless universes. It means, look at, even these Vishnus are not real Krishnas. They are the expansions of Krishnas. The three Vishnus, three Rupani Vishnu, they come for the material maintenance. Even we cannot compare with them. What to speak of the Supreme Lord Krishna? Hmm? It's our foolishness, basically. It's our foolishness to think that, I can compare with Krishna, I can compete with Krishna, or, does Krishna exist or not? Hmm? This is foolishness. They have ignorance out of ignorance. That's what is explaining here. Okay, Sri Brahma regarding our insignificance in the comparison to God. Material scientists, they have to take lessons from Lord Brahma. So we have to introduce in engineering college material science. Everybody has a material science subject. In that we should put one chapter, Brahma realizations. Then all your material science will be defeated in once for all. Because we only talk about which we see through our naked eyes. We don't talk which we cannot see it. That is the spirituality. Right? In these prayers of Brahma, there is much to learn for those who are falsely puffed up by the accumulation of power. To our politicians, we have to teach these lessons. That's how it is. Okay. Next one is here, 573. Amshera Amshaye Kalatara Nama Govindera Patimurti Sri Balarama. Translation. A part of a whole is called Kala. Sri Balarama is the counter form of Lord Govinda. Because if you look at the expansion of Lord Sri Krishna, first, this is the Goloka Vrindavan here. Goloka Vrindavan, actually, this spiritual world is created, equal, divided into three parts, right? Dwarkapuri, Mathurapuri, and Krishna Loka. And if you look at here, first expansion comes from him is Balarama. What is that shloka? Long time back, our I forget Prabhu name. He gave a class 2 3 years back in our temple.
Sarvavatari Krishna.
Sravatari Krishna.
Swayam Bhagavan.
Yeah,
Tahara Dvitiya De Shri Balarama.
Balarama. So Balarama is expansion of first expansion. The difference between Krishna and Balarama is only a color, just a color. He looks white and he looks black. I mean, the blackish Krishna. That's the only difference. So from him, again, Kshatriya expansions. Next, secondary Kshatriya expansions. From there comes the um, Kanudasai Vishnu. These three Vishnus, Kanudasai Vishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, Kshirodakasai Vishnu. Three Vishnus. Right? From him, universes get eliminated, sorry, destroyed and created. And each, I think, universe has a Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. On our stem coming up, if you look at here, 14 planetary systems. And again, out of his causeless mercy, he expands into each and every atom. Andantarastu paramanu shayantarastam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Every atom in this nature, Krishna is there. Vishnu is there in the 400 Narayana form. Can you see it, Ashish Prabhu? Can you see Narayana everywhere?
No, Prabhu, no.
No,
I
Prabhu. Why? Because our senses are so blunt.
so Prabhu, I am not that elevated. So I how can I see, Prabhu?
Neither do I. We both are in the same plane. So I cannot see. So we cannot see because our senses are so blunt. Atha Sri Krishna Namad Nabhaved Griham Indriyad. Sevanmukehi Jiva Dau Swayam Eva Spurati Ada. Sharpen our senses. Maskara laga ke senses ko sharpen. The senses are sharpened. Eyes have to be sharpened. Tongue has to be sharpened. Our senses have to be sharpened. Receive Krishna Katha immediately goes to heart, and heart is melting for Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Where is my dear Krishna? We have to become such a pure so that we can see Krishna everywhere. That purity, Prabhupada says purity is the force. We have to maintain that purity. That's Krishna. So our tongue has to be properly utilized. Tongue has to be utilized for two purposes. One is tasting Krishna Prasadam and chanting, vibrating the name of Krishna. All the senses will be perfect. So Maharaj was telling, two processes in Kali Yuga are very powerful. Shravanam and Kirtanam. Shravanam and Kirtanam. Who is the best example for Shravanam?
Parikshit Maharaj.
Parikshit Maharaj. Who is the glorification? Kirtanam. Kirtanam is glorification. Who is the example?
Sukadev Goswami.
Sukadeva Goswami. Look at that, their perfect combination. Perfect disciple, perfect guru. Went back to Godhead. So we have to become perfect disciples to our spiritual masters, our dear Prabhupada. He sacrificed so much for us. He came from Vrindavan. He could have been gone to back to God without any question to deliver you and me, fallen souls. He sacrificed all his life. He did not care for his body. Yesterday Maharaj was showing picture. In the third time when he got a heart attack, Krishna Swayam came to Prabhupada. Krishna appeared. You will not die. You will, your mission will be successful. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Look at that. That purity. That's the purity of Prabhupada. That purity of that is a force acted. Whole world became Krishna consciousness because of one single pure devotee of the Lord. Right? So we have to be on that path. We have to be. Okay? That's what Prabhupada explains here so beautifully saying that. So, and the whole Kala, Sri Balaram is the counterpart of Lord Govinda. Next here is Tanra Eka Sarupa Sri Mahasankarshana Tanra Amsa Purusha Haya Kala Te Ganana. Balarama's own expansion is called Maha Sankarshana. Right? You know, Sankarshana is the Pradyumna. And his fragment, the Purusha, is counted as Kala or a part of plenary portion. So here, when you take the picture, there are four plenary portions of the portions. There are plenary portions. There are Chaturvih expansion. From him comes this one. Finally, I also I'm little bit doubtful here because I don't know much of it, but just I know this is that Balram, Chaturvih expansions, and Mahavishnu comes from here. This is also called Kandakasa Vishnu, also called Mahavishnu. Yeah, is the one. Okay, he is the one who is giving all these um, expansions, these fragmental plenary portions, because everything is a plenary portion of original Lord Sri Krishna. Plenary portions, expansions of expansions, expansions of expansions. That's how it is. Okay. Then in the 75th sloka, he says, Yanha Keta Kala Kahi Tinuho Mahavishnu Mahapurushavatari Tenho Sarva Jishnu. Translation. I say that this Kala is Mahavishnu. Okay, basically there's a fragmental part of Balaram is called Mahavishnu, basically. Right? Mahavishnu. He is Mahapurusha, who is the source of the other Purushas and who is all pervading. He was for other expansions. He is all pervading. What is the meaning of all pervading? Pervade means He exists everywhere, pervading. In this material nature, every atomic particle, this Vishnu is pervaded, right? Because even the stones, if you take particles, stone is there. That's why we have all the elements on this planet have been divided into 8.4 million species, including rocks, which have lower consciousness. There is a difference called Achadika Svetana, Sadvika Chetana, some terminology is there, which has lowest consciousness, which have average consciousness, which have good consciousness, which have full consciousness, Purna Vikasita Chetana, who completely blossom heart, realize Krishna very easily. Purna Vikasita Chetana. Our heart is fully blossomed to receive Krishna. And there are some, for example, stones are there. They have also life, but lowest consciousness. Hmm? That's why in the Padma Purana, the shloka explains Jalaja Navalakshani. Means the water we have 900,000. Stavaraha Lakshavimshati. Non-moving objects 2 millions. They have life also. Pakshinam Dashalakshanam. Rudra Sankhya Krimeya. And Chaturlakshani Mahanava. 400,000 human beings also 400,000 human beings we have. Right? If you go to Andaman Nicobar Islands, we have some type of people. If you go to Redwood Forest, some type of people. And who is the best people? Aryans, basically who have the knowledge about the Supreme Personality. They are the highest. And you belong to that category, and you come to that category, and you are being given a chance to make this as your last target to go back to Godhead. That powerful it is. That's what Prabhupada talking. Okay, all these expansions, all this, we are getting a knowledge now, understanding who is Krishna, who is Balarama, how his expansions are working, how his plenary expansions are helping, and everywhere the Krishna is there, how we feel the perception of the absolute reality in our real lives. Okay, there are three ways to perceive: Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan eti sabhyate. But Brahma, Paramatma are not full realizations of Lord Sri Krishna. Bhagavan realization. So we know all these are the only, these subjects matters are very explained in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya only. Nowhere you get this kind of literature. How lucky we are to know these subtle differences. So to make a lot of people end up in Mayavadam. Krishna is a light. That's it. Their life is done. But how much struggle for them later? They go to Brahmajyoti level, they fall down again they have to take life, this. But how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what kind of causeless mercy bestowed on all of us to know these differences, and perfect path he has given to Goloka Vrindavan in this lifetime. No ambiguity, no what you call differences. Clear path, very clear, no ambiguous. That is given to us, right? And next one is 76 is explaining here. Garbhodaka Shirodaka Sai Done Purushanama Siddhuyi Andra Amsa Vishnu Vishwadhama. Right here. Translation for Prabhupada Kiji. Garbhodaka Sai and Kshirodaka Sai are both are called Purushas. They are plenary portions of Karnudaka Sai Vishnu. That's what the first Purusha who is abode of all the universes. Here is the Karnudaka Sai Vishnu. He is the cause for the all material creations. This is the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And Veda Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is present in all living entities as a Paramatma. The heart sitting in our heart. Paramatma is a Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. Every living entity has Atma, Paramatma. Even including stones, everything has Paramatma. That's why we say Paramatma, this Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is expanded into each and every atom in the universe. That means, but the question is, can we feel that? Can we see that Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu in every living entity? When you see a person, you see person gross body only. When you go see a person, you pay Dandavat is physical body, is the Atma present in his body. That means every living entity can be respectable because they are the Amsha of Krishna, Jivamsha. They're connected to Krishna. They are everyone is a part and parcel of Lord Sri Krishna. Right? So here in this translation, Prabhupada beautifully explains that the symptoms of the Purusha are described in the Lagu Bhagavatamrita. What is Lagu Bhagavatamrita? Anybody in the call have any information? So I was just
Ru-
sort of seeing, yeah,
Rupa Goswami.
yes. Lagu Bhagavatamrita was written extension of Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Right? Brihad Bhagavatamrita was compiled by Sanatana Goswami. Right? We all know that. The Sanatana Goswami, the importance of Brihad Bhagavatamrita was two aspects they wanted to find. The first aspect was who is the supreme devotee of the Lord in the universe. And second aspect is there is a cowherd boy called Gopakumara. How he reaches the Krishna planet. Right? So this Sanatana Goswami compiled, that's the first book from these two brothers. So Srupa Sanatana came is Brihad Bhagavatamrita. In that two aspects, I just said. So who is a super devotee of the Lord. So they finally comes, any conclusion, anybody know who is the super devotee of the Lord, supreme devotee of the Lord, they come to the conclusion? Gopis of Vrindavan. That conclusion is who was the super devotee. That's what Prabhupada also writes. The Gopis of Vrindavan has the highest love for Krishna. They come to that conclusion. The other one is Gopakumara. Gopakumar he was given Gopal mantra to go back to Godhead, and he was going planet to planet, planet to planet. Maharaj was explaining day for yesterday here in the University. Going, and Krishna is eagerly waiting to receive this Gopakumar. But Maharaj also said that more than we want Krishna, Krishna wanted us more in spiritual world. That is our Supreme Father is eagerly waiting. Assume that we have a kids. Some kid lives some far away somewhere, and we have more love for him. And when he comes, we prepare preparations for my son is coming, my daughter is coming. We make preparations, right? Like that, Lord Sri Krishna is waiting for all of us. Okay, when my daughter is going back to come to me, he's making so many preparations there for our arrival there. In the same way, Gopakumar, when he reaches the planet, and Krishna runs towards him, and Maharaj explains same thing. He runs, they hug each other, and Krishna asks one question to Gopakumar. My dear Gopakumar, why did you take so long to come to me? I've been waiting for you. This is what Krishna is waiting for all of us in the spiritual world. We are just making dramas here. Let me go here and see what test here is there. Let me go here and see what test is there. Let me buy Tesla and see how I feel better. Let me change my wife and see how it bears. We have been just anchored with the materialism so much. We are forgetting the real purpose of the life. See, assume that you are going from New Jersey to California. Okay, that is your destination. Then you buy a ticket. Okay, I buy from United Airlines, I buy from American Airlines. And somebody says, oh, United Airlines is giving such a beautiful lunch. Why didn't you take ticket from the United Airlines? Hmm? Somebody said, no, if you go to Delta, they give this much. So we're forgetting that they're going to destination. We are looking for the amenities provided by these airlines only. But destination is going to California. It doesn't matter how you go. Same way, our destination is going to Golok Vrindavan. In between, we have been given all these amenities. Big bungalow, Tesla car, this car, that car. You're bewildered by this materialism and forgetting the destination where you're supposed to go. That's what's happening to all of us. We forgot where we have come from. Totally. This the materialism, the externality of Lord Sri Krishna is very powerful. It makes us to forget where we belong to. Mama Maya Durachaya. It's very difficult to overcome the external energy of Lord Sri Krishna. So we have to be continuously trying and trying and trying to associate with the devotees and hearing Krishna Katha and purifying our senses by devotional service. That's the only way we can at least make our way towards back to Godhead. That's what here. So while describing the incarnations of, and in Laghu Bhagavatamrita, I forgot, see, Rupa Goswami Prabhupada explains especially about the Supreme Lord and his qualities beautifully. Purely explains. Okay. While this, actually, I have some notes here. If you look at here, Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrita, an epic work originally compiled in Sanskrit during the 16th century by Sanatana Goswami, one of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's leading disciples. It is one of the first books written by the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. In three volumes, it gives an engaging account of two great spiritual quests. In one, the Vedic sage Narada searches throughout the universe for Krishna's greatest devotee. Then other, the cowherd by Gopakumara searches for Krishna himself, the supreme person, the ultimate goal of life. Okay, so that's how this is here. And in Laghu Bhagavata Amrita, I just downloaded a whole book I want to read. He basically he talks about only the qualities of Krishna. Okay, here, Sri Rupa Goswami composed Laghu Bhagavatamrita as a sequel to Brihad Bhagavatamrita, highlighting the Lord Himself. In one sense, then the Laghu Bhagavatamrita is the cream de la cream of the Vedas. What is the meaning of Vedas? To know Krishna. Right? In that focus on the essential and primary truth known as Sambandha Jnana, full understanding of the relationship between the God and his emanation. What is Sambandha Jnana? There are three jnans, right? Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojana. So Bhagavad Gita book, when you read, understand completely, that gives us Sambandha Jnana. What is Sambandha Jnana? Who is Krishna? Vayam. What is the relationship with me and Krishna? That is all Sambandha Jnana. That has to be developed. If Sambandha Jnana is not developed, there is no love for Krishna. For example, we have son or daughter. Why you love so much? Because he is your daughter. She is your son. That Sambandha is there. When the Sambandha is there, love naturally develops. That's why you develop that love for Krishna, then our Sambandha Jnana increases. Then we understand who Krishna is. Otherwise, just hearing stories and playing games, that's all. How that Sambandha develops, hearing more about Krishna, more about Krishna, more about Krishna. Then you fall loving Krishna with Krishna. Then our Sambandha Jnana increases, relationship to God. And then the Bhagavatam explains about Sambandha Abhideya, how to carry out devotional service. Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, they give examples, all those. Then Chaitanya Charitamrita gives the prayojana. What is the advantage of devotional service doing that? Right? Guru and taking the shelter of Guru and going back to God. That Chaitanya Charitamrita explains beautifully. Different incarnations of the Lord, that sambandha. That Gyan is developed by the prayojana. Abhideya prayojana. No, so Abhideya, Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana, three covenants. So this is Bhagavatamrita. I also don't know about much this one. I just Googled and I found this one. Okay, here, while describing the incarnations of the Supreme Lord, the author has quoted Vishnu Purana, where it is said, "Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Purushottama, Lord Krishna, who is always free from the contamination of the six material dualities." Right? We are all under the contamination of six material dualities. Anybody know what the material dualities means?
काम क्रोध लोभ मोह मोह मत्सर
That we can say, and also like material dualities, or yeah, that's fine. Feeling happy, feeling depressed, like because sometimes we feel happy, sukha, dukkha. Sometimes all these are like material dualities. These only exist in the material nature. Why? Because anything that describes the matter has limitations. So matter also has the dual nature, happy and
that
distress.
is आदि भौतिक आदि दैविक
Yeah,
That
those are
one.
different calamities. Adevika, Adhyatmika, Adivika, different calamities. Only they exist in the material world. The spiritual creation, no, zero of all those things. No dualities. Only one, happiness. That's why called absolute. There's no negativity in the spiritual world. Absolute everything. But in the material nature, it's a dual nature. All these. So Lord Krishna is free from these dualities. Whose planar expansion, Mahavishnu, glances over the material to create the cosmic manifestation. How it happens? Because there is a one shloka, right? Mayadhyakshena prakrute, suyete characharam, hetu nanenu kaunteya, jagat vipavartite. My dear son, this material creation is working under my supervision. I am the father. I am the seed giving father. Aham sarvayoneshu kaunteya. Aham bija pradapitaha. I am the seed giving father. Because when Krishna does not glance over the material nature, nothing happens. Everything is inert. Everything is sleeping. When Krishna injects is this one, everything start done, everything material nature, all four leader, four seasons comes, winter comes, sun comes, trees bloom, and fruits comes. So everything life comes into existence by glance of Krishna, just glance. If Krishna is not glancing, nothing happens. This whole creation is running because of his glance only. When you see, it is like a machine. We have a grinder at home, right? When you take the switch off from the grinder, it is sitting in the kitchen for how many years? So many years. And also you bought from some India, they are not working, they are in the garbage also, right? All we Indians do that. Oh, let me get cheap in India, and that comes, it doesn't work, then put it in the garbage or in the garage. So they don't work. The moment you take the switch, put it, then starts. That switch is Krishna. Glancing is the Krishna. The material nature, tuck, 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 starts like machine starts. Okay, winter, summer, autumn, trees, rivers fall, rain comes, everything starts. So people think, oh, some energy is there, some magic power is there working. Foolishness, nothing, it's just Krishna, his glance, his glance. Everything starts working. You see greenery everywhere. When you go to some places, right? Oh, so beautiful. That's why for the atheistic people who doesn't believe in God, we explain God through the nature. What is the reason for Krishna showing the Vishwarupa? Arjuna requested him, right? For that is for the less intelligent people. Hey, see, Krishna, everything is within him. Then they start trusting Krishna. Other if you show them nice Trivangi form of Shama Sundara, they don't understand that. Only accept devotees. That's why universal form. Immediately, I says, please, I have to please come back to your normal position. I cannot see you. You're so scary. Please, please, please come back to your Nara, to 400 Narayana form or Sribangi form. I love that form. But for the materialistic people, non-devotees, that's the only we can show God is through the material nature. In the Bhagavatam, Krishna explains, all these trees are hair on my chest. All these mountains are bones in my body. Compare spiritual material nature also. Krishna's body. Right? So, Mahavishnu glanced over the material matter to create cosmic manifestation, who expands himself in various transcendental forms, all of which are one and the same. Who is the master of all living entities, who is always free and liberated from the contamination of material energy, and who, when he appears in this material world, seems one of us. Although he comes here, he comes to the material world only to give the pleasure to the devotees of the Lord. He doesn't have to come. His energies are sufficiently enough. But he comes only to give pleasure to his devotees. And the request of his devotees, he comes. He becomes a son. He becomes a daughter. He becomes anything. Because, the Vasudeva and Devaki, there is a past history for them. He became son of them. only to give pleasure to them. It's Krishna. There is no birth. He is Ajaha. There is no birth and death for Krishna. He is there since time immemorial. But this pastimes happens to give pleasure to his devotees. Paritranaya sadhuna vinash dushkritam. Dharma samstha. Whenever Dharma reclines, he comes again in the form of a tortoise. He doesn't mind taking shapes in the lower species as well. Right? He becomes a tortoise. He becomes a Vamanadev, and he becomes a Kurma. How lower those species are. But God doesn't care. He comes in any form to help his devotees to deliver from this conditioned world. He takes different forms. And sometimes he comes with own Swamsha, and Swamsha, there are different ways he comes. That's called Swamsha. Plenary expansion, expand. They're different. We comes as Manvantara avatar, Leela avatar, Purusha avatar, Satya Vesh avatars. Different. He expands himself to come and give that message, my dear sons and daughters, I am here, I'm waiting for you. But foolish, how foolish we are. Oh, just okay, Krishna, bye, let me enjoy my life. Please don't disturb me. Please please don't call me. I am very happy here like Indradeva, right? What happened, Indradeva? He became a pig by curse of his spiritual master, Bruhaspati, right? And he was enjoying left and right. And his time is over. Nardamuni comes and your time is over, you're king in the heaven. No. I have so many pig wives. Please don't disturb me. I'm enjoying this stool. We are doing the same thing. We are enjoying this tool. We don't want to go back to Godhead. We don't want to reclaim our lost relationship with Krishna. We are very happy in the stool. Right? So Krishna takes any shape, any form to reclaim his devotees back to his place. He comes in any form. He's active as anything. He becomes the lowest of animals also. He comes as to help us to get rid of these materialistic lives. And when he appears in the material world, seems one of us. He looks like one of us. We don't recognize him. Duryodhana, when Krishna went to bargain about Hastinapur, Duryodhana was looking very mean on Krishna. He didn't recognize. Although he is an internally spiritual, blissful, transcendental form, Krishna in Hastinapur, Duryodhana could not recognize him. But whereas he went to Vidra's house, Pandava's person, he went to Vidra's house. Vidra was not there. Vidrani was there when he went. She was confused. Oh, Krishna came to my house. He's the Supreme Lord. What can I do? What can I do for Krishna? She was like shivering by seeing Krishna. And Krishna, are you hungry? He said, yes. Okay, I'll give some fruits. And she bought bananas. And she was peeling banana. Instead of being banana, she is being the peeler to banana Krishna. And in that stress. We do sometimes, right? We get confused. Especially we have to give a class in the temple somewhere else, we get confused. We forget everything. That happens to me most of the time. What I read, I forget. And sometimes you lose all the connections to the web links and we have nothing to talk. Right? That happened to Vidrani. Oh my gosh, Krishna came. She was giving peels to Krishna. And Krishna is eating that peel. He's saying, Itna, with a very tasty Vidrani, where did you get from these bananas? He's asking. Look at the love of, what is that? Love of Krishna. He sees our heart, how pure we are. Doesn't care. Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhakta prayachati. I want your love. With that love, Vidrani's love, the peels are tasting more taste than the real banana. Right? He's asking, Vidrani, where did you buy these bananas? I want to buy too. That makes sense, Mataji? In summary, in this
Yeah,
statement,
Prabhuji.
Mataji, sorry.
I said, yes, Prabhuji.
In summarizing this statement, Rupa Goswami has concluded that plenary expansion of Supreme Personality of Godhead who acts in cooperation with the material energy is called Purusha. Look at that. In summarizing, Rupa Goswami concludes that plenary expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead who acts in cooperation with the material energy is called Purusha. That is what three Purushas came into existence to help to maintain the material creation. To maintain. Actually, the next sloka is referred in even 7.4 also. If you would say 7.4, this sloka is from the Chaitanya Charitamrita referred here actually. See, Vishnustu Trini Rupani Purushakyam Ato Viduhu Ekam tu Mahata Shastra Dvitiyam Andasamstam Tritiyam Sarvabhutastam. So that is, see, this is Kanadakasai Vishnu, this is Garbhutakasai Vishnu, this is Kshirodakasai Vishnu, Sarvabhutastam. He is present in every living entity. Dvitiyamta anda samsitam. That means he is a Dvitiya. He is a Dvitiya. Anda samsitam, from him is separating this. And the other one is, says that ekam to Mahata Shastra. That is meant is the Mahavishnu sleeping here, coming from him. These are three Vishnus. That's there for the material creation, material maintenance of the universe. Okay. So let's see what else we have. Yeah. So just like okay, then Krishna, we are talking about the dualities, right? So I have some Prabhupada notes. We'll just go to the next 2 3 minutes here. The devotees of the Lord is unaffected by the dualities of material existence, namely distress and happiness, cold and heat. Because we are talking, right? What are the six dualities of the material nature? Prabhupada writing some notes here. I'll just pull this one. That like distress, happiness, cold, and heat. When the mind is misled by the external illusory energy, one becomes entangled in material activities. That's true. We are completely illusory energy. The external energy of Lord Sri Krishna, we are comes entangled. Therefore, as soon as one's mind is controlled through one of the yoga systems, one should be considered to have already reached the destination. That yoga system is called Bhakti Yoga system. One has to abide by superior dictation. When one's mind is fixed on the superior nature, he has no alternative but to follow the dictation of the Supreme. That is Supreme devotees or spiritual masters, who are the Supreme higher than us. Authority. The mind must admit some superior dictation and follow it. The effect of controlling the mind is that one automatically follows the dictation of Paramatma or Super Soul. The moment you have desire, the desire, so when you have desire to serve Krishna, the super soul sitting in your heart is listening that, okay, this devotee is getting very sincere. He wanted to serve me. He will find ways for you to associate with devotees, make an environment conducive for the devotional service to Krishna. Because the free will, what we have been given a minor amount of free will, if we use that free will for the service of Krishna, when the super soul sitting in the heart observes that, okay, this person, so and so person, using his free will for my service, let me make arrangements for him. For example, somebody has a strong desire to get initiated by so and so. And because that desire developed, Paramatma sitting in the heart listens to that one. Oh, okay. And Paramatma, he is a Krishna. He makes arrangements and environment and everything he makes so that that can be fulfilled. That's why Rupa Goswami Prabhupada writes, the root, the root cause for devotion basically is a desire has to be developed for the living entity. Desire is the one. How it happens is different story. I have a desire. The desire manifests into actions and everything. Because Paramatma sitting in our heart, he is listening that. Here he is seeing what our desires are. If our desires are mundane, he will happen mundane also. That's why desire has to be perfectly chosen so that it won't confuse us. Because this transcendental position is at once achieved by one who is Krishna conscious, the devotee of the Lord, unaffected by the dualities of material existence. Devotees are not, of course, we affect, but not that as much as affected by non-devotees, because we know why things are happening. We have the knowledge. Because Rupa Goswami Prabhupada says the root cause for suffering is knowledge. We have a knowledge. When the knowledge is there, I always explain about pain and suffering. We have a pain, but we don't have suffering. But other people, they may have less pain, but have a lot of suffering. Devotees have pain, no suffering, because suffering comes with the lack of knowledge. When the knowledge is given, suffering lessens. Oh, it's happening because of my karma, my past karma. I did something. Okay, I have to face it. So the moment you accept those things, what happens is then you are happy. Okay, it's happening for the reason. Because that knowledge is not there, then our suffering goes on forever. So we have to distinguish between pain and suffering as well. We all go through the pains, but we don't know suffering. I know what's happening. Okay, it's my karma. Let me face it. Let me face it. So you'll be complete surrender to the Supreme Lord. When you do that one, Supreme Lord gives you enough energy to deal with that problem also. That's the beauty of the Krishna consciousness. Present in our heart, you know that you're accepting, yes, it's happening because of my karma, but Krishna, I will live a devotional service, whatsoever happens in my life, then Krishna, that becomes a blessing for you. Your suffering reduces enormously. That is the symptom of a devotee. What Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, what is the humility, humbleness means? Accepting the will of the Lord is a humility and humbleness. Yes, Krishna, you have give problems. Yes, I deserve it because I did something in my previous lifetime. I will take it, have no problem as long as you are with me. Pandavas never complained to Krishna. Oh, Krishna, you are with me. We have to go to 14 years exile. They never complained. Yes, Krishna, as long as what Kunta Maharani said, give me more and more troubles. Vipada santu tatva tatra tatra jagat guru apano bhavanan darshar apunar bhavadarshanam. My dear Krishna, I take all the problems one more time as long as you are with me. No issues. Of course, we don't ask for the problems. In Kali Yuga, we are the package of everything in Kali Yuga by the problems. But that's the mood we have to develop, right? Then there's no dualities. Only one Krishna is my life, everything. Whatever he does, good for me. That really becomes good. So that's why Prabhupada says dualities of material existence does not affect the devotees of the Lord. Yes, it won't. And if it happens also, we should accept it, have a patience. What is that Prabhupada Maharaj said? Whether the shloka from the Bhaktan Uschahat Nishayat Dairyat. Uschaha. Always Uschaha. Nishayat, determined. Dhrida Nishaya, determined. Those who have developed as the devotees of the. Okay, I think I'll stop here. I'm just jumping everywhere talking. So, any questions from anyone, or anybody would like to add points here? Please go ahead.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम
I'll go see Prabhupada. Ashish Prabhu ki jai.
जय जय प्रभु प्रभु this is we need to focus on devotion, that is correct, but I have a question, curiosity I have. So we know that 1/4 is the material creation and 3/4 is the spiritual creation.
Yes.
And there is in material creation, spiritual creation, there was innumerable spiritual Vaikuntha planet also.
Yes.
So in every spiritual planet, Krishna's avatar or Krishna's deity is also
Vishnu,
there.
with the 400 Narayana form, Vishnu.
Vishnu, what there. So those Vishnu's expansion. This is the expansion also from Krishna Balaram, right?
Right.
So from where that expansion coming? We see that from Mahavishnu there is a Karunadasai Vishnu, and after that Garhodasai Vishnu.
Karunadasai Vishnu comes material creation. before this
material.
only.
Yes,
If you look
Karuna
at
Satan.
second chapter, I have expansion here. Chetru, I have Sankarsana, Vijaya, Pradyumna, and Vasudeva or something. Here, somewhere it comes here.
Oh,
See, once we get to Mahavishnu, is a material. They are created for the material maintenance.
yes,
So anything Vishnu, okay, that would
yes,
be the spiritual creation here.
yes. So that incarnation, that expansion, exactly from where? From Balaram or Shankarsan? But
Yeah.
where?
The Vishnu expansion, where it is coming from? It
Yes, yes,
is, see, Krishna has so many expansions and plenary expansions, right? So
yes.
exactly, probably from the second Shatriviha, I think, I don't know exactly, but Krishna
Okay.
expands. So not only this one, he can expand into so many expansions. Like Balram expands himself again, so many. So somewhere it is coming. I'm not sure exactly where. I
Oh,
cannot.
oh, oh, okay, Prabhu, okay, Prabhu. Just
Yeah, yeah,
yes, okay, okay, Prabhu.
yeah, yeah.
Got it. So
So,
somehow,
yeah,
yes, 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 you are correct. Somehow it is from the spiritual plane
yeah,
only.
definitely,
Yes, yes,
definitely.
yes.
See, Krishna has multiple, so many, what you call, Leela avatars, Guna avatar, Manvantara avatar, Satya Vishavatar, so many things are there. And especially when it comes to Mahavishnu from here, it's a material maintenance from here, material creation.
Okay. Yes, okay. Got it. Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah,
Hare
yeah.
Krishna. Very nicely
And,
you described to
and
us.
yesterday, the question you asked Maharaj, right, about the Namabas,
Yes, yes,
you got the
yes.
answer?
Yes, Navabas is that is the effect, but Maharaj read some particular passage from the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, and that time Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj told that that is our anartha will not go through the Namavas. But through Namavas also slowly our anartha is going, right, Prabhu? Is it correct?
Namabas, the clearing stage of everything.
Yes. Yes.
Clearing stage, yeah.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
all have see, it's a journey of the soul, right? If
Yes.
you finish all the namabas in this lifetime, when you take birth next lifetime, you become a pure devotee, start chanting pure name. So it is a sequence of events, and that may not happen. For example, if you see somebody else chanting very purely, that means he might have gone the previous lifetime this namabas,
Ah, okay. Okay.
right? Because
Yes.
we are only seeing this lifetime, but we don't know his past history.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a journey
Yes.
of the soul.
Yes. Yes. But definitely it is clearing our anartha slowly,
Definitely,
slowly.
definitely.
Yes.
No, every name, the moment you Krishna,
Yes.
you're clearing something.
Yes.
You
Yes.
assume
Okay.
that you have million steps to go to Goloka Vrindavan, okay?
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. One step you went up. Like that. We have so many steps to go back to God here.
Okay. Okay. Dandavat Pranam.
Okay.
Got it.
Maybe Image Prabhu can explain better than me, yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you
Absolutely.
for a very nice class as usual. I was just meditating, like you said, he is waiting for us, right? Krishna is waiting for us because he is Pita, Mata, everything. So we can connect, like you only said, parents always waiting for their children, and he is our eternal parent, right? So
Absolutely.
he is always waiting, and he is forgiving us for everything. Still we are so unfortunate, like not thinking to go always in this material world. And Maharaj explained, right, so nicely, and always we should have that usat nishchay dhairyat, and that every time we are listening, still we are so fallen, not thinking about that. Always when we come out of the temple, like gate, then all material things start coming in our mind. So we should really meditate on that. It was wonderful retreat, right, Prabhuji?
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
all these.
Even our faith in chanting increases so much when you attend these, right?
Mm,
Our, oh my God, I'm not, Krishna is there. I have to go to him,
And when that Maun was there, right, and Mangal Arti, Maun Vrata was there, and everybody was chanting so nicely, and beautiful sentences were coming on both screens, both sides.
Absolutely.
So beautiful. It was amazing experience.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Netaji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, dear devotees, anybody else have any questions? If not, we will conclude our session. I'm sure Simesha Prabhu is there. Let us pray the. Okay, if nobody has any questions or anything, we'll let us conclude our session by praying the Dandavas to all the Vaishnavacharyas and Vaishnavas. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Ananta koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you, everyone. Hare
Dandavat pranam. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare.
Hare Bol.